Let's see. What?
Hardcore team deathmatch. Neutralize all threats.
I see.
Oh, come on, hit him.
Tactical incoming. Hostile sighted. Incoming lethal!
Stop! I can't kill nobody. I keep I keep lagging.
Keep lagging, I be lagging too. You're not the only person. I lag a lot.
I keep lagging.
It keeps lagging.
Me.
Oh, no. That was one of our using lethal.
No! Behind you, behind you.
It's my internet. It's boo-boo, and I can't kill nobody.
It's my motherfucking internet. I can't kill nobody. Boo boo!
Incoming lethal.
Don't take my can, man. You take my fucking can. Oh! Dyke female. When you have dyke female, you get mad at female. You don't like, you start harassing females. Oh! Oh, freak, yo.
You planning on giving up? Do it now. If not, get to work.
So that's what dyke females do. They don't like niggas doing exercise. They don't like people working out. They don't like people.
Turtle pop, enemy shooter.
They lose all the time because they always feel threatened. They get mad at their own self, but they blame others. That shit happened to me in real life. For real, yeah.
Guess I chose the wrong people for the job. My bad.
Turtles forever.
I'll be back. Fuck you. Fuck you.
Which one? Anybody got the mic? Anybody got the mic? No? Okay. Okay, yeah. Ooh, I hope I'm on your team, bro.
Sarah. I love Sarahs. You're a real Sarah? Oh, you're a robot. Sarah.
What?
We got a Sarah in the house, man. I love Sarahs. Sarahs? was child. Ah, I thought it was a girl. Ducks don't quack. Guns don't quack. Like females are like that, yo. Goes for flip.
Hardcore team deathmatch.
Faster, man.
Oh crap.
The 45 long slide with laser sighting.
Keep it going.
I had to reload.
Taking the lead. Stay on target.
Where is that coming from?
Oh my goodness. I swear.
Separate. I'll be back, nigga.
Got contact.
Oh, you're mistaken. It's just for you. Like, you're singing along here, but it's not for you. It's dice, nigga. You gotta know, you hear that? day, nigga. So, for the father. Like that, the summers nigga stuff. You hating. Someone home.
Hardcore kill confirmed. We got the lead. Now hold it. You've fallen behind.
Late at night, I think about to love. And I with you. That's why I looked at her. Like, do I know? I don't know you. It's Monday. some money on that. Enough, but not enough.
Fake
is over. Ah! Everybody sleeping? What time it is?
Eastern Europe isn't waiting. With Russia tearing through Ukraine and NATO growing weaker, countries on Putin's doorstep are making a choice: armor or risk being next. A massive
military build-up is already underway. But why now? Who's leading it? And which nations are already in Russia's sights? Let's break it down. We start with why. In a March 8th YouTube video, the German public broadcast service ZDF heute Nachrichten, or ZDF, explained that Europe is worried about the US. It has every reason to be. Trump and Putin are dissolving old certainties. The future of NATO is at stake, the outlet proclaims. And it isn't wrong. The last couple of months have been a roller coaster in terms of US policy, especially when it comes to the war in Ukraine. Before he came to office, US President Donald Trump proudly proclaimed that he would end the war between Ukraine and Russia in just one day. It's been almost 2 months at this point, and that claim has clearly gone unfulfilled. However, that doesn't mean that America's president hasn't been busy. On February 12th, Trump took an unprecedented step. Reversing nearly 3 years of American policy, Trump picked up the phone and called Vladimir Putin. That direct call lasted for 90 minutes and marked Russia's most serious diplomatic breakthrough since Putin started his supposed special military operation in February 2022. Trump and Putin spoke about formally beginning negotiations to end the war. As for Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky, he only received a phone call after Trump had spoken to Putin. The Guardian says that this laid the foundation for Trump's approach to the Ukraine war. Speak to Putin first, then lay the terms of the conversation down to Zelensky. The call seemed to mark a turnaround in US policy, not only towards Ukraine, but for the rest of Europe. In its immediate aftermath, the US Secretary of Defense Pete Hegseth ruled out any possibility of Ukraine joining NATO. 2 days later, Vice President J.D. Vance used his speaking time at the Munich Defense Conference to ignore Ukraine and go on a savage attack against Europe, accusing the continent of retreating from its most fundamental values. Then came the meeting. On February 18th, delegates from Trump and Putin's camps met in Saudi Arabia to begin talks on a peace deal. No Ukrainian or European diplomats were present, which seemed to send a clear message to the European continent. The US and Russia are going to handle this without you. Following the meeting, Trump seemed to go on the warpath against Zelensky. Trump told Ukraine's leader that he'd had chances to make a deal with Putin many times over the previous 3 years. Trump also branded Zelensky a dictator and accused him of stifling elections by keeping Ukraine under martial law. America's seemingly pro-Russian stance was affirmed on February 24th, when the US voted against a United Nations resolution condemning Russia's invasion of Ukraine. That marked the first time since Putin invaded that the US voted against a resolution that backed Ukraine. 4 days later, Trump and Zelensky met at the White House for the first time. The meeting was explosive, with Trump and Vance sending constant jabs towards Zelensky as Ukraine's president fired back. The immediate aftermath saw the Trump administration suspend US military aid and prevent its European allies from sharing intelligence with Ukraine. Is it any wonder that the rest of Europe is worried? In a single month, America's policy toward Russia seemed to do an about-face. Once Russia's greatest enemy, the US now seemed to be cooperating with Putin to bring about a form of peace that would benefit Russia and harm Ukraine. There's been another turnaround since then. On March 12th, delegates from Trump and Zelensky's camps met in Saudi Arabia. They emerged with an agreement on a 30-day ceasefire that would see both sides in the Ukraine conflict suspend all land, air, and sea operations. The US reinstituted its military aid and intelligence sharing to Ukraine, signaling that it may now be on Ukraine's side. As we said, it's been an absolute rollercoaster, and many countries in Eastern and Central Europe have had enough. This constant flip-flopping in US policy isn't providing the sort of level-headed and stable military leadership that Europe is used to enjoying. America has become a wild card in many nations' eyes, and it's that wild card status that's inspiring a massive military build-up. The countries closest to Ukraine, and especially those that share borders with Russia or its ally Belarus, are arming themselves to the teeth. That brings us to an obvious question. Which countries are trying to make themselves stronger? Estonia, for one. One of the 3 Baltic states, along with Latvia and Lithuania, Estonia has a long history with Russia. The small country of just 1.37 million people was once part of the Soviet Union. It gained its independence on August 20th, 1991, with the remains of the Soviet Union recognizing that independence the following month. Estonia was free. Now it worries that Russia intends to target it next if Putin is successful in Ukraine. In Estonia, Russia has long been seen as an imperial aggressor that wants to retake Estonia under Putin. That's why America's recent actions have been a wake-up call to the nation. It already threw its support behind Ukraine, but with American policy seeming to change on a nearly daily basis, Estonia knows it needs to do more to defend itself. Right now it isn't ready. According to Global Firepower, or GBF, which ranks 145 military nations annually based on over 60 factors, Estonia has the 107th most powerful military in the world. That's a long way behind Russia, and it should come as no surprise. The tiny nation has a military with just 7,700 active personnel, though it also has 78,800 reserves, upon which it can call if it faces a Russian threat. Estonia also has 10,000 paramilitary forces, which are essentially militias and similar groups that are independent of the country's main military, but typically act in support of their country. Estonia's tiny air force contains just 5 aircraft, most of which are helicopters, and it has a tiny 1,685 military vehicles. The country's navy isn't much better, with just 8 assets, 4 mine warfare ships, and 4 patrol vessels. Still, it's doing everything it can to get stronger. On September 17, 2024, Estonia opened a military camp that allowed it to accommodate NATO forces close to the Russian border. That camp can accommodate 1,000 troops across 8 halls and serves as a vital link between Estonia and its NATO allies. The country's Minister of Defense, haHA, says the new camp serves a requirement for Estonia to be ready to host allies on a much larger scale according to NATO's new defense plans. That readiness includes providing vital supporting infrastructure, such as maintenance facilities and places to store equipment. It may not seem like much, but it's a start, with the camp helping to deepen Estonia's ties with the allies upon which it will rely, with or without US involvement, should it ever face a war with Russia. Estonia is also ramping up its military spending. In 2025, it plans to spend 3.4% of its gross domestic product, or GDP, on defense. And that's notable because it's substantially more than NATO's recommendation of 2% of GDP spending. It's also building closer ties with France, throwing its full support behind the French initiative to spend most of a planned multi-billion-dollar
Whoa. That's a motherfucking good beer. Number 50. Oh, he's really good. But he looked at
The Balkans has a long and colourful history, sitting between Western and Eastern Europe and at the gateway to the Near East. It is here that cultures and religions have clashed for centuries, during struggles for identity and freedoms leading to mistrust and even hatred being bred into each generation, just waiting to be unbottled. During the 1990s, as one nation began to fracture into seven, those old grievances began to resurface in spectacular and horrific fashion, leading into a war that would see atrocities not witnessed in Europe since the days of the Third Reich, and would not only drag in the world's greatest powers, but would also highlight their weaknesses in a battle that few outside of the region truly understood. In this episode, we are going to examine the history leading up to the Bosnian War of the 1990s, exploring the role which the international community played in the shaping of events, and ask the question, could more have been done to prevent this tragedy? Welcome to Wars of the World. World War II was one of the darkest periods in human history. Military tactics, political alliances, secret weapons and subterfuge all came together in an explosive few years. How would you have handled it all? With today's sponsor, you can explore the tactics for free in a realistic online PvP strategy game called Call of War. You choose a real country to lead during World War II and can fight up to 100 other players in real time. These games play out over days as you play the long game, meaning that you get to see how everything plays out in real time. Call of War is cross-platform, because you can play with the same
trying to put
account
this
on both your
potato.
phone and your PC.
And this shit is sticking forever, bro.
You can use different units, like tanks, planes, and bombs, and declare war on your neighbors, or forge alliances with others. Call of War is also giving you an exclusive gift when you click on the link in the description and support the channel. You get 13,000 gold and a month's subscription to premium, all for free. It's only available for the next 30 days, so click on the link now.
Zach over here by Zach, nigga. This is Zach. Good. Fucking hell. This one helps.
Ottoman and Russian empires for hundreds of years prior to the start of the 20th century. By the 1900s, years of displacement, peaceful relocation, and even massacres had left an indelible impact on the ethnic makeup of the region, creating divisions along both cultural and religious lines. In the early 1910s, this left the region a hotbed of terrorist activity, particularly in Austro-Hungarian-held Bosnia, where a large number of their population had Serbian lineage. Serbia being somewhat unique in that it was an independent nation in the region. It was one of Serbian nationalist, Gavilo Krasić, who would find his name being carved into the history book when on June 28, 1914, he participated in a plan to assassinate the Austro-Hungarian Archduke Franz Ferdinand and his wife in the Bosnian capital of Sarajevo. While his initial effort did not go according to plan, with a smile on Krasić, and later that day, the Archduke's driver took a wrong turn and ended up outside the very cafe where Krasić had been drinking. In so doing, lit the spark that ignited the First World War. In the wake of the war, the Austro-Hungarian Empire being dissolved, the victorious Allies found themselves involved in nation-building to avoid the region exploding into nationalist and ethnic violence. It was decided that given how diverse the region was, it was better to unite it under one banner and arranged as an offshoot of Serbia, greatly benefiting the ruling Serbian royal family, initially under Peter I and then King Alexander I. However, this arrangement was not welcomed by all factions who feared the erosion of their freedoms and cultures, or who were embracing ideas such as communism or democracy. Alexander faced off assassination attempts and political turmoil in his government, until in 1929 he prorogued the parliament and installed himself as a dictator. Then, on October 3rd, 1929, he named his realm the Kingdom of Yugoslavia, with Yugoslavia roughly translating into the land of the South Slavs. However, resistance continued throughout the 1930s, spurred on by the lack of investment in non-Serbian and Muslim regions, leaving much of the rest of Yugoslavia poor and suffering from high illiteracy and mortality rates. This only deepened division in Croatia and Bosnia especially, with their high Muslim populations, to such an extent that after the Third Reich invaded on April 6, 1941, there were groups willing to work with the Germans and their allies on the
Oh, come on. What's my facility? Over Cooper. What the fuck you doing in that room, nigga?
Enemy spring mine. You fucking blind?
Why would you fight?
Overdrive. Remind those shitheads who they're dealing with. Enemy RCXD detected. Finish lines in sight. Don't let up. One eye. What's your fucking excuse?
What's been talking to me? Oh, come on, man. I just wanted to see who was playing or not.